Let's take a look at the sodium bicarbonate stoichiometry lab if you guys were absent last week, Thursday, Friday. So on the lab, if you guys were absent, there is data. So the beaker with vinegar, the Alka Seltzer mass, the total mass of the vinegar and Alka Seltzer, and then the beaker after the reaction. There's also a video link to a demo, and down below there's also a demo link. On the lab itself, what you're going to do is enter the mass given to you of the beaker and vinegar, then enter the mass of the tablet. You will add these two numbers up to get the yellow box here. Then you will enter the beaker with remaining products, the number that was given to you for the purple box. You will take the total combined mass before, enter it here, the total mass after reaction, and enter it here in the purple box. Then you're going to subtract the two numbers. Those two numbers are the mass of CO2 produced. That change is because the gas is released from the reaction. After that, you're going to take your green box here, and you're going to plug it in as you're given. So you want to find the mass of sodium bicarbonate in your tablet using the conversion below, based on the CO2 lost. So take whatever you calculated for grams of CO2, enter it in the first box. Your first thing you have to do is go from grams to moles. So to do that, to cancel grams, you need to go to grams of CO2. Use your periodic table to calculate the mass of CO2. Remembering that mass is always equal to 1 mole of a substance. So 1 mole is equal to the mass. The second part here, you're going to have to convert from moles of CO2 to moles of sodium bicarbonate. To do that, you have to use your mole ratio from the balanced equation. Here's your balanced equation. So you need to cancel moles of CO2. So write down how many moles of CO2 you see and moles of sodium bicarbonate that you see and plug that in. Lastly, you need to go to moles of sodium bicarbonate to grams of sodium bicarbonate. So again, 1 mole is always equal to the mass on the periodic table. And find the mass of NaHC and 3 oxygen. And up here, there's a little hint as to how you would look at that. Add that all up and enter that as your mass. Last step is to multiply the whole top, multiply the whole bottom, and then divide the two. So top divided by bottom like a fraction. That will give you your grams of sodium bicarbonate here. Then you're going to take your grams of sodium bicarbonate of in your tablet, and you're going to enter it here. You want to find the percent of the tablet that's made of sodium bicarbonate by plugging the numbers into the box. So I've given you an equation. On top of the equation, you're going to enter the number you found in the red box. On bottom, it says grams of tablet. So you'll scroll back up. You'll go to partial Alka Seltzer tablet, the mass, and you'll plug that in on bottom. That's a part of a whole, so what percent? So you'll take the top, divide by the bottom, and multiply by 100 to get a percent. Once you have this data here, you'll go back up and answer your claim. The claim is written after. You're answering the two questions, so there should be 2 sentences for your claim. How many grams of sodium bicarbonate are present in the given piece of Alka Seltzer tablet? In our given piece of Alka Seltzer tablet, there was blank grams of sodium bicarbonate, or NaHCO3. What percentage of the mass of the tablet piece was made up of sodium bicarbonate? In our piece of tablet, it was blank percent sodium bicarbonate. Then you'll use this to explain what the evidence shows that moved you to your claim. So your claim was how much it weighed of sodium bicarbonate, grams, and what percent of that tablet was grams. So this is just something to start with. You can plug your data in. If this does not help, you are welcome to delete it. You're going to explain how you came to the conclusion of where the mass went. So we use CO2 to calculate it. You can include CO2. We're trying to find the percent of the tablet that's sodium bicarbonate. So here in my tablet, there was blank of sodium bicarbonate, in my blank tablet? How big was your tablet? How much of it was sodium bicarbonate? When looking at the percentage of sodium bicarbonate that the tablet was made of, I can infer it would be what? What do you think it was going to be before you calculated that percent? Why do you think it was the percent that you got? And sodium bicarbonate is Alka Seltzer is mostly made of sodium bicarbonate, citric acid, and aspirin are the three main ingredients in Alka Seltzer. So if those are your three, think about what percent you think would be made of sodium bicarbonate. Then the follow-up, there are two questions here. The first one, the actual mass percent of sodium bicarbonate in Alka Seltzer is 59.1 in a whole tablet. That's what it should come out to, is 59.1% of the tablet, or of the composition of it. How does your calculated mass percent compare to this? Is yours larger, smaller? How far off is it? So answer that question, then answer what might have caused your calculation to be different than the actual number. So lab error is not considered. Our balance was balanced. What did we do different? Did we have a whole tablet? Did we have a part of a tablet? What did you see in the video during the lab? Tell me an explanation here. So at least 2 to 3 sentences here. Lastly, people sometimes take Alka Seltzer because they have an upset stomach due to eating too many acidic foods. Sodium bicarbonate is a base. It will go to neutralize that acidic. So based on what you've observed in the lab, what would you expect to occur when someone takes Alka Seltzer for their upset stomach? What embarrassing side effects might also occur as a result of taking Alka Seltzer for an upset stomach, and why? So why are your side effects? What are the products of it? So in a reaction, what's released when you put the Alka Seltzer tablet in? So here's your products. Here's your reactants. Your reactants are carbon dioxide, water, and sodium C2H3O2. So with these reactants, what would that do in your body? Think about drinking Alka Seltzer. What do you see as it's reacting with the vinegar? And write your explanation down here.